They wrapped her body before the sun went down, and everyone whispered, "She is gone for good." That was when my heart sank, and I knew something terrible had happened. In our village of Umuns, there was a woman named Amora. Some people also called her Neka. Amora was the kindest woman anyone could know. She made clothes with her own hands, shirts, wrappers, and shawls. She gave them to widows, the poor, and anyone who needed help. Her laughter was soft, but it made people feel lighter, as if the weight of life could disappear for a moment. I was there the day she fell sick. It started quietly. She ate very little, and her steps became slow as she moved around her compound. By evening, Amora could no longer stand. They helped her lie down outside, under the open shade near her house. Her eyes, usually bright and full of life, closed gently, and she did not open them again. People began to gather in her compound. The widows she had helped came, carrying the clothes she had made for them. They held the clothes tightly to their chests and cried softly. Some whispered, "She always gave more than she had." We wrapped her body carefully and laid her on a raised wooden platform outside, as was our custom. The compound became very quiet. No songs, no laughter, only the sound of tears falling on the bare earth. Then someone said, "Go and tell Kofi, the man from Luma village. Tell him to come quickly." 2 men were sent to fetch him. Kofi was not just anyone. He was known as a man who spoke the word of God, and people said that where he went, miracles followed. We did not explain much. We only said, "Please come. Quickly." When Kofi arrived, sorrow filled the compound. The widows rushed to him and showed him the clothes Amora had made. Their hands shook as they placed the clothes before him. "Look at what she made for us," they said, crying. "And now she is gone." Kofi asked everyone to step back and give space around Amora's body. The compound became silent. I stood a short distance away, leaning against a tree, watching closely. Kofi knelt beside her and began to pray quietly. I could not understand all his words, but they carried a deep calm that made the air feel heavy and still. Then Kofi spoke clearly, his voice strong under the open sky. "Amora, arise." I held my breath. At first, nothing happened. Then slowly, her eyes opened. Color returned to her face. She blinked, as if waking from a long sleep. She moved her hands, and Kofi helped her sit up. A loud cry rose from the people around. Some shouted. Some cried. Some fell to their knees on the ground. Others lifted their hands to the sky and shouted, "She lives! She lives!" Amora looked around, confused at first, then she smiled gently. She reached out and touched the widows who had been crying for her. Their sorrow turned into joy before our eyes. That day, the whole village knew that God had done something great. I stood there watching, my heart filled with fear, wonder, and happiness all at once. Many people believed in the Lord that day because they saw his power with their own eyes. Amora continued to live in our village, but it was not only her life that was restored. Hope returned with her. The widows felt it. The children felt it. Even those who had stopped believing that anything good could happen felt it again. From that day on, whenever anyone in Umuns felt tired, broken, or afraid, they remembered Amora and the man from Luma village. And they would whisper to themselves, "God can bring life even when all seems lost." I have never forgotten it. I tell this story so that even faraway villages can hear it and know this truth. Kindness matters, prayer works, and hope never dies.